What's up, Mob Crew? I'm Chris, and today we're breaking down Alex Murdaugh's new testimony. He changed his story, saying that now he checks on the bodies while he's on the 911 call with the operator. But there's one problem. He has a 10-minute phone call, but yet never drops his cell service in a spot that's known to be spotty with cell phone service. Also, there's dogs barking in the background, but yet they don't ever change tone. They always about stay the same. So I'm going to go ahead and break down all these inconsistencies and let you be the judge on whether he was actually checking the bodies. So please stay until the end, and thank you so much. Welcome back to the channel, everybody, where we cover murder, mystery, to the paranormal. So Alex Murdaugh recently took the stand, and in my opinion, Alex and his attorneys knew he wouldn't be able to check on Paul and Maggie before making the 911 call, as he previously told investigators during an interview that he said after pulling up to the bodies, he checked on them and then called 911. But that would only give him 17 seconds. And doing a recent experiment, we tested that theory and it wouldn't be possible. So now he has conveniently changed his story, and this is what he says now happened.
You do when you came to a stop, Alec?
I think I jumped out of my car. I'm not exactly sure what I did, but no, I got out of my car. I know I ran back to my car, called 911. I called 911. I was on the phone with 911, and I was trying to tend to Paul. I was trying to tend to Maggie. And I just went back and forth between them.
Were you...
So Alex Murdaugh says he gets out and quickly comes back and makes the 911 call. And then he goes to check on the bodies. But now we have multiple problems with this new story. He says after dialing 911, he then goes back to check on them while on the phone with the operator. But there's one big problem. He doesn't even exit the vehicle until at least approximately 1 minute and 20 seconds later. We know this because we can hear the echo in the call caused by the OnStar and the cell phone receivers picking up his voice at the same time, which causes the echo at the beginning of the call.
This is Alex Murdaugh at 4147 Moselle Road. I need the police and the ambulance immediately. My wife and child just shot badly.
Also, you don't hear any barking until approximately 1 minute and 30 seconds into the call, meaning he did not exit the vehicle for that first 1 minute and 20 seconds. You do hear the barking begin somewhere around 1 minute and 30 seconds, which means he has at least exited the vehicle. But the other problem we learned about this place at Moselle's property is the cell phone service is very spotty, especially at the kennels and at the house. And others have even testified about this, that they drop calls all the time. But during this 10-minute 911 call Alex has, he never loses cell service. We learned that Paul couldn't even complete his FaceTime with Rogan earlier because of the cell service by the kennels. But yet Alex does not drop the call with the 911 for the entire 10-minute phone call. So Alex must have exited the vehicle approximately 1 minute and 20 seconds into the call. And we can tell by hearing the dogs barking in the background.
No, hell no.
Okay, and are they breathing?
No, man.
But according to Alex Murdaugh, he was supposedly running back and forth checking on both Paul and Maggie. But in my opinion, you would think you would be able to hear the dogs in the background barking getting louder and softer in the 911 call, since Paul's body is laying right next to the kennels where the dogs are at. But yet all the times you hear the dogs bark, they don't really get any louder during the call. I took all the clips of the dogs barking from the 911 call for the first 5 minutes and clipped them together, and you be the judge on whether they sound louder or softer or more or less the same throughout the call.
Okay.
is bright. No. I see it from the road.
Okay, is it?
My name is... Maggie is...
There is a part about 4 minutes into the call, which is the last few snippets of the dogs barking, where there is a slight change in tone with the dogs that can be heard a little clearer. But in my opinion, that's only because there is no talking between Alex or the operator.
Maggie is...
Also, when first responders arrive, they are standing close to Alex next to his vehicle, and you can hear the dogs are barking. And this is where Alex supposedly parked when he had found the bodies. And notice that the barking heard in the body cam is almost the same level as we hear throughout most of the 911 call.
The scene, I did go get a gun and bring it down here.
It's in your vehicle? Do you have any guns on you at all?
No, sir. It's leaning up against the side of my car.
Okay. You're fine, man. You're fine.
I did go get a gun and bring it down here.
It's in your vehicle? Do you have any guns on you at all?
No, sir. I did go get a gun and bring it down here.
It's in your vehicle? Do you have any guns on you at all?
No, sir.
So in my opinion, he was never running back and forth checking on them. And if he did, how come he wasn't out of breath from running back and forth like he said? And since he admitted he was out of shape, also he admitted that he had supposedly bloody fingertips from touching them, but yet clearly comes back to his vehicle while on the phone. How does he not get blood on his phone, clothing, and or vehicle? He would eventually get back in his vehicle and drive to the house about 5 minutes and 37 seconds into the call, and then come back to the kennels a minute later. You can hear a little bit more barking for the last little bit of the phone call, but it's the same level. So my final thoughts on this is Alex knows that there was bad cell service near the kennel and did not want to approach the bodies as he could lose signal, and he stood by the car during the 911 call, and in my opinion never checked on the bodies because he had already done so earlier. This would explain why there was no major blood on his hands or clothing. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Please smash that like button. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Please consider supporting this channel by becoming a member. And thank you so much for watching.